Yeah, I got a brand new little wood stove I built out of a repurposed propane tank. I'm going to walk through. And this is the first type I've built like this. This one incorporates a heat exchanger to make it a lot more efficient. And let's take a look at this thing right now. Now this one's set up to use 6-inch flue pipe with a damper. Always put your damper at least 12 inches above your stove because that's your draw, and you want to make sure you don't mess that up. And of course, whenever you put wood in your stove, always open the damper so you don't get a face full of smoke. And I'm going to walk you through this and show you how I built this. And let's take a look inside. Everything's handmade except for this hinge, and this is just an old door hinge. Everything else is repurposed. Even this flange was repurposed. It's an old industrial flange off a HVAC system. Okay, and we'll start with there's a grate in there, so you got good airflow. And I got many stove making videos, and you can check those out on my channel. I strongly encourage you to if this is the type of thing you're interested in. And side damper, or your underfire damper, is just a bolt with the old repurposed valve handle off the tank. There's a wash on the other side, so there's closed, and there's halfway, and then there's full open. It's all as simple as that works. Hinge is centered so the door won't wobble. Door latch, it's all handmade, cut out by me. Even this part, I got a repurposed spring so it doesn't get hot and burn my hand when I open and close. This is the door. And doors, you always want to cut off other tanks because you want this door to be bigger than the opening so you don't have any air leaking or smoke leaking out, vice versa. Every propane tank has this main big center weld, and you got to cut through that. And when you put your door on, you want to grind off both sides of it. And this shows it really good here what I'm talking about. Grind down both sides, because otherwise that weld will not allow your door to close snug. And you can see how snug that is. That'll screw that up, so you always got to be careful of that. And the legs are just pieces of black pipe. And there's 3 of them, and I've centered them in this old stand. I put a bolt through with washers to make it nice and secure. It won't wobble or anything. And this one's got a little cook rack on the side, or I can put a mess kit cup to heat up coffee or a little bit of soup or whatever. And that's just an old repurposed piece of steel that's bolted through. Show this underfire grate here, which is actually a flange off an old automobile exhaust system. And there you go. And let's take a look at that heat exchanger in here. Pull out my stovepipe. And there it is in there. Again, it's another piece of repurposed steel that's off, I can't remember what that's off. It's off an old meat grinder or something. But so it's mounted on the side, and what this is doing is it's forcing, instead of the heat and the smoke just going straight out, it forces it to go like that and around it, so thus making the stove a lot more efficient. So it's like a baffle, and that's going to get hot in there too. The more mass you have on your stove, the greater heat it's going to give out, because it's going to radiate heat. And there you go. Pretty neat project. The whole thing's painted inside and out with high temp stove black. If you live in a place like I do here in Michigan, you're always fighting the battle against rust and corrosion. And we'll take a look at the bottom of this. There's a good detail of those legs. All in all, a really cool little stove. This would be great for a nice shack or corner of your garage. This thing will really kick out some BTUs. And I strongly encourage you to build one of these projects that turn out really neat. And I hope you enjoy my channel. Please click like. Thank you.